That day, my body was like tired.
Mommy and Dean are best friends.
I just could not move as quickly as I usually do. My headache started coming. We had a doctor's appointment that day.
Mandy had her 38-week checkup.
Something's not right. My head is killing me.
She had started to act a little bit weird.
What is going on with me? This was my first child. Is this what people feel like when they're about to give birth?
She was having difficulty remembering names, so she could say, "You're my OB, I know you, I can't remember your name."
It's a weird feeling in your brain when you just start not remembering the easiest of things.
So when she got to labor and delivery, I started to triage her. Okay, I'm gonna check the temperature in your ear. And admitted her to the floor that day, and we were just trying to check out and see what was going on with her.
Something about this case, something rubbed me in the wrong way. And this is a person who seemed sick, and I didn't really know why.
We got her down to the MRI machine.
And soon after we had put her in the scanner, I heard her start to vomit. And I ran into the room. She wouldn't open her eyes or be aroused. I checked her pupils and noticed that she had something called a blown pupil.
One of her pupils was completely blown and dilated, and the other one was a pinpoint.
You know what it means.
There's a sign of impending brain damage that is permanent and life-threatening.
She actually stroked out.
This is a neurological emergency.
Seconds count.
It was call for help, I need backup.
She hit the code blue button, and we were in the hallway of the MRI.
The code blue light is going off in like a loud beeping noise. And obviously I knew that was my wife.
It was very intense and overwhelming, but we had all the right people there.
Well, first and foremost, we had to stabilize Mandy. Give her a drug called mannitol that helps to decrease the pressure in the brain.
I just monitored the baby's heart rate. That's all I could do in that moment.
So we were worried that all of the changes in Mandy were affecting the baby, so we wanted to get him out as quick as possible.
We crashed her and delivered in the main OR. The baby came out and was beautiful. As soon as the C-section was finished up, that's when we moved her to get a CAT scan to see what was actually going on. That's when we saw that she had had this massive hemorrhagic stroke in her left temporal lobe.
I knew she was going to need surgical decompression as soon as I saw the CT scan. I called Dr. Hebb, the neurosurgeon in Swedish.
He was able to describe what he saw on the CAT scan. I knew immediately that we couldn't waste any time. Even seconds could count for her.
We get a call to pick her up from Rose, went to the ICU, to her room, and took over care, and then we secure her in the belts and take her over to the helicopter.
The helicopter hit the pad. The operating room was ready to accept her. 1, 2, 3. This hemorrhage was a very large blood clot. For our operation, we did a temporal craniotomy, took out that hematoma from the brain, thus relieving the pressure.
When they finished the surgery, Dr. Hebb came out and talked about the stroke, talked about surgery, that there was definitely brain damage. He didn't know to what extent, and basically all he could say was that he believed that he had saved her life, but the big question was to what extent her disability would be.
And I woke up and I'm like, why am I in a hospital? And then I like started feeling my head. Here was where the skull had been cut out, and I'm like, and my hair is, I'm like, what? How did any of this happen to me?
She like touched her stomach and then kind of went like this and then like slapped the bed, like, give me my child. Lift up your left heel, hold it up, hold it up.
Rehab was difficult. At points, I just would be like, ah! You're trying to say sentences and you're trying to say words and you can't get any of it out. And you honestly want to bang your head against a wall and see, is it going to come back? I didn't want to stay there for long. And I need to be taking care of him. I'm his mom. Coming home and holding Dean, I get like emotional every time. Oh. It's the most amazing feeling to know I made it through this and I get to be a mom for the rest of my life. He is now 8 months old. 8 months already. He's just perfect. He's perfect.
Her ability to fight and believe and stay positive is what's gotten her back to this point.
So Health One created a reunion for us. My whole family got together and we were able to meet with Rose, Swedish, and Airlife all together.
Yeah, I'm good.
And walking in there is a room full of people. They're like family now.
I was your early original nurse. I admitted you to the hospital.
Oh, I couldn't remember you. She got to meet all of these other providers who she didn't remember. We've talked about this all and hugged and cried lots of times. But to see her be able to experience that with people that were so crucial in saving her was really special.
I'm so glad you're doing so well.
Not only have they saved my life, but they're here with me celebrating that I lived because of them.
Oh my gosh!
I am a mom, and to know that she got to go home and take care of her baby certainly makes you feel like you did something good.
It's hard to put words to it. It's extremely rewarding to see that our work is able to give somebody their life back.
I know.
Cases like this are cases that they change who you are as a doctor and they change who you are as a person. You just feel so thankful.
Everyone needs at some point to know someone else cares about them.
Hi, Brittany. How are you?
And I think that's the most genuine part of being in healthcare.
This is the little man.
How much I've thought about her and her family and how much I've prayed for them and just wanted her to be okay and to make this recovery. And she survived this massive stroke that not many people come back from and have minimal deficits the way that Mandy does.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
She's a miracle.
Thank you.
This is a big success. A success story for the system, for a lot of people that were involved in our care.
We had such an incredible team.
There's nothing about this that is one person.
And I think that cooperation in Mandy's case helped save her life.
But Swedish and Rose has like the most amazing group of people. You know they're not going to give up, and they all want to win. They can do everything to make sure you're going to come back. How do you thank those people enough?
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. It gives me a greater appreciation for all of the little things that you so easily overlook and take for granted on a daily basis. I had a wife who is standing, walking, talking, and healing, and a healthy son. I feel like we got away with something because it could have gone a very different direction.
I feel extremely lucky. Not lucky that this happened to me, obviously. Lucky that I was able to become as strong as I have in such short a time.
It's just the same Mandy as before.
And I feel so blessed to be alive. Thank you, Health One, for saving my life.
All right, buddy.